Come on, Tub. He just jumped out of the krill. You know?
Oh, shit. Oh, that's not good.
It's already frosted.
I set out on a 3-day journey into the wilderness. Nothing seemed to be going right.
He doesn't have any water.
Little did I know that it would turn out to be an absolute blessing for someone else.
But it's probably a good thing that I wasn't all the way back at that lake when this happened, because I wouldn't have been able to.
My name is Trinity, and this is Life in the West.
You haven't done anything for quite a while. You're looking pretty fat. About time you carried some weight. Oh. You dirty, rotten sucker. Usually you can walk right up to him, but he sees me coming and he knows he's gonna go have to work. Then he's a pain. Yeah, you are. Oh. Oh. Oh, buddy. Hey, you stay there. One thing about this time of year, this is November, beginning of November in Montana, is that the weather is not pleasant usually. So right now it's not that cold, it's about 44 degrees. We're headed up to the very top of this mountain. It's 2 o'clock, which is way later than I wanted to be, so we may have to actually stay at the trailer and then pack in tomorrow, but I would like to pack in today. It just kind of depends on how long it takes me to get up here. I am just about basically to the trailhead here, but I got a problem, is that I'm late. So it's 3 o'clock right now, so I'm at least 2 hours later than I assumed I would be. So what that means is if I head down the trail, I have to go about 7.5 miles at least over a trail I have never been on before. So that means there might be downfall, things in the way, not sure where I'm going, and it will get dark about 2 hours down the trail. So now what do I do? I think I may have to just camp here, and tomorrow head down the trail while I have all day. So the only problem with that is I don't have any water for the horse, so Calabar is gonna have to go waterless. I honestly haven't decided what to do here yet, so I might jump him out and just ride him down the trail to see what this trailhead looks like. Maybe drive to that and stay there overnight. How you doing, buddy? Did you have a good ride? Probably not. Anymore, Calabar is pretty used to going a lot of places he's not used to, so. Whoa. Whoa. Gotta make sure he's not gonna buck. It's a little slick right here, so I'm gonna slow him down. Ooh, kind of icy, huh? I'm gonna put him off the side of the road here for a minute. Come on, Tubby. Kind of fat and out of shape. All right, well, this makes up my mind. I think I'm gonna go back. Even if I have to chain up, I can drive this far. That saves me a lot of miles of walking. So, oh, I got mud all over my lens. But there's corrals here. I don't know if there's water. I'm just gonna go back and get the pickup and see if I can make it to here. think it's like 8,000 feet right here. And you can see about 40 miles. It's absolutely incredible. There's so many things about this are uncomfortable, meaning you're not really sure where the road goes. You're not really, it's cold, it's windy, it's going to be wet, possibly. So many things that we take for granted in our life, typically, almost all of us. We have shelter, we have food, plenty of food, we have entertainment at all times. It's just not something that we typically get to experience. So facing the darkness is really about forcibly making yourself go out and do the things that are uncomfortable. Don't you think so, Calabar? Do you think that facing your darkness, do you face your darkness ever? Huh? Is your darkness just like being without your buddy for 15 minutes? Is that what it is? Or is it having to leave the hay trough? I think it's probably leaving the hay trough more for you. This tree right here is a little too low. I might be able to push it out of the way, maybe. I don't know. I will try to push it out of the way. If I can't, I'll have to cut it off. I think I can get around it with the pickup and it'll hit the trailer. All right, well, we'll load him back up. We'll kick her in four-wheel drive and see if we can make it up there. Just gotta see if I can get this tree out of the way here. Sure I will. That might be enough, actually, because of that stick. I don't want to hit those, so I better just cut the end off. That should do it. Yep, lots of room now. Just gotta watch out for this icy spot right here. Can get a little hairy, possibly. It's really the only bad spot I saw, but it is a little slick. Take it so slow, very slowly, just in case that were to slip. I don't want to be skidding down this mountain. Snow isn't bad, ice, bad. I think he can eat some in the corral. I'm not going to feed him a whole ton because he doesn't have any water. I don't think there's been any horses in this corral for a while. Now, as long as he doesn't just gotta look right over there and jump out, we'll be okay. This is a pretty dilapidated corral. It's not very solid and it's leaning over, but it will probably work. Let's see if how he handles being alone in there, because he doesn't have a buddy. And he won't be able to see me real well. So we'll see how he handles that. All right, there's my camp. Now this is a two-man tent, so it's quite a bit bigger than I'm usually using. But you can tell it is way warmer in there because of being four-season tent. Ooh, wow. Look at that moon. Can you see that? Can you see the moon over there? That's incredible. Somebody left a bunch of wood here, so we just have to make some kindling and we'll be in good shape. The trick is to get as much little stuff as you can. The more the better, because that's what's going to burn first. We'll start it right on top of a rock, so it doesn't go out right away. It's not on wet ground. Taking hold a little tiny bit at a time. Gotta keep it good and fed now. Then give it some little bit bigger ones to take hold of. There, we'll give that some time, but it should come up through there and make a nice fire. Probably just sit by the fire for a while. There's not much else to do. So this time of year, it gets dark really soon and it stays dark a long time. That's why facing the darkness is a completely different thing out here. This is a nice big roaring fire. One of the problems that most people have is can't get the flames like this unless they use gasoline or something. And that's because 99% of the time it's because your logs are too big. When you're open air fire, using an open air fire, you need a log that's that big, and that's as big as you want. In a stove in the house, you can burn way bigger stuff, but that's an enclosed area where you can really build up a lot of heat. Where out here, you have air all around it, so it's very difficult to get it to burn like that. So you really need smaller wood, and then you can get a blaze like that. Once you get the coals down there, if you keep your wood small enough, stay good for a long time.
To see behind the scenes footage that's nowhere else, and perhaps a few random thoughts by Trinity, become a part of the Life in the West community using the link below. Make sure you get your spot before the price goes back up. While I was sitting there with my boots off, drying my socks out over the fire, I heard Calabar start thumping around, and then he snorted. He was definitely afraid of something. I ran around the horse trailer over the edge of the bank, tripping the whole time on my boot laces, and saw two people coming through the trees with their headlamps on, and Calabar was going nuts.
It's okay, buddy. It's okay. Oh, bud. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Whoa, bud. It's okay. Whoa, bud. Oh, there. Oh, buddy. Hey. No. Hold on, buddy. Hey. You son of a buck. Whoa. He just jumped out of the krill when he saw these guys coming. Dang it.
For the next several minutes, me and these other two guys played cat and mouse with a black horse in the pitch black darkness, trying to find him and then get up to him, which he was not really helpful about. Until finally one of the guys was able to walk up and put his belt around Calabar's neck.
You got him? So these guys right here, they were coming up from the bottom down here. I couldn't tell. I heard some thump, and I was like, what the heck is going on? And so I had my boots off, drying my socks out on the fire, and I could hear him all of a sudden freaking out and snorting. I was like, oh shoot. So I ran over there, and he was just running back and forth in the krell, and he looked over the krell fence, and then he ran to one side and ran all the way to the other side and jumped it. So he's gonna have to stay out here. Yep. I don't want to do that in the middle of the night, that's for sure. I was kind of nervous about that because when Calabar got loose, I didn't know where he was going to go. Usually when you got two horses, you have another horse there and they'll stick around, but I don't have two horses today, so I didn't know what he was going to do. So I wonder about that dang corral being so low that he might be able to jump out of it, but I figured, you know, wouldn't be anything to make him jump out of it. But I didn't realize that those guys were going to come walking right to the bottom of that corral with their headlamps on. He thought something was coming to eat him. Well, it's already frosted. See there? That temperature dropped in a huge hurry. And these are called mantles. Mantles are way brighter than wicks. These mantles are gone here. Okay, now put this back on there. This is the old type, so you got to put your finger over the hole and pump it up until it pressures up. Dang thing is on fire. The whole flipping. Eventually, it's supposed to go down into the mantle. So whole dang thing's on fire, but it's supposed to just go in the mantle. Now, it's not there yet. Here it goes. Here it goes. This lantern will throw off a little bit of heat. So if you put it inside your tent, you want to make sure it's all burned off like that, but you put it inside your tent, it'll actually heat that little tent right up. That lantern immediately just warmed up the whole tent, so it's warm now. Oh man, it feels so warm in here. Well, at least the horse is now tied up, so I shouldn't have to worry about the horse doing something stupid in the middle of the night now. I was kind of wondering about that. I'm gonna go to bed, read my book a little bit, and I will see you guys in the morning. Keeping some vents open until I turn the lantern off just to keep air going in here. It really benefits you to do this kind of thing, just to push yourself to an uncomfortable position, you know, to be prepared and understand heat and, you know how to make a fire, know how to sleep in a tent. I think those are very good skills for anyone to know. Oh man, that light is bright. So it's about 5:45. It's not going to get light until 7. It's not very inviting out there as the wind is blowing. It got colder and colder and colder and colder. I mean, it was getting cold. And then the wind started blowing and it kind of warmed it up a little bit, I think. Oh. You want to burn the tent down. No pretty dark out here. I'm gonna put the horse on the other side of the trailer here because I think he's in the wind right now. He's pretty hungry. Even though there's no water around here, I didn't want to let him eat too much. I'm gonna put him over here and hobble him so he can eat something. Put the hobbles on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Like this. Oh shoot, that's not right. Gotta figure out how to get these in the dark. Okay, move that foot up here, buddy. There we go. Oh, shit. You can't jump when I'm putting them on. Oh, he's not cooperative with filming. Let me just say that. Very uncooperative to filming, aren't you, buddy? So I'm gonna take the halter off and just let him hop around a little bit. Not positive what I'm gonna do today. I was gonna go down the trail for about 6 miles and then set up camp. Problem is, I don't have water until 6 miles. Well, I'm fine. I don't need water myself. I got some water, but I don't know that I don't have any water for him. I don't think we want to do that. So I'm gonna have to jump him back in the trailer. And we're gonna have to run back down the road, find some water, which is gonna take an hour, a couple hours. And then we'll either come back up here and go into there, or we'll take a ride somewhere else. I changed my mind a lot. The wind is gonna blow today, according to the weather, pretty hard. And this trail goes on the very top of the ridge all the way down. It will be dangerous if we're in any kind of deadfall. So, well, sorry about this. It's not really a romantic setting because I'm up against a horse trailer. The wind is blowing like pretty dang good. So to get anything cooked, I'm gonna have to be tucked back here. The sky is just moving so fast by me. Now keep in mind, I am right next to this guy because I'm at, you know, over 8,000 feet. So if the wind is whipping and I have to go through those really tall burn trees like I see up there, then I'm going to turn around because I don't want to walk through that all day and worry about one of them dropping on my head or my horse. He's looking for water over there. So if he's looking for water, then I'm going to have to go back down because he's thirsty already. I can't not water him. Definitely learning how to get these hobbles working. So now he's harder to catch with the hobbles on. But yeah, he was down here trying to find some water. So, and there isn't any, you can see. That sucks. No running away, no running away. Oh, bud. Oh, buddy. Oh, bud. Whoa. 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 You sucker. Whoa. See? Dare you, rotten sucker. Whoa. 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 He has just become a pain to catch. He's always trying to run away from me. Yeah. You can kind of tell when they start to get full. They start to get a full belly, then they start moving around way more. And that's when you got to go get them. Don't look at me like that. You're the one that started running away. Yeah, if you just stuck around here, you wouldn't have to get tied up. But you started taking off, huh? Yeah. Well, this could be interesting because he's standing right here. Hopefully he doesn't knock over my breakfast stuff here. I'm gonna try something a little bit different than I normally try. I've never tried salt pork. This is cured salt pork. It looks kind of like bacon. It looks exactly like bacon. It looks like bacon and smells like ham. So, okay, let's try it. Well, just like bacon. Overcooked that a little bit. There's a ridge right here at the top. That's actually the skin. So they just leave it on there, called the rind. I just eat it. It's kind of hard. If you don't break a tooth, it's all right. Calabar is showing you his best side there. Oh my word, I like very salty stuff, and that is so salty. I don't even know, it's so rich. You can't even hardly eat it. I mean, it is salty. We're supposed to soak that or something first. Those are done. These eggs turned out perfect. These are farm eggs from a neighbor, a friend of ours. So, I mean, you can't get much better than farm-raised eggs. When you have chickens out running around the yard eating bugs, you're feeding them table scraps and everything, the eggs don't even taste a thing like they do in the store. Now for some freeze-dried coffee. I don't have enough water to make cowboy coffee, so it's gonna have to be instant. There we go. I'm not kidding about that either. They make coffee and then freeze dry it. Let me see how this tastes anyway. Dang thing tried to burn me. You know, this isn't bad. I put some creamer in this stuff earlier. That was not good. But whatever coffee this is, this freeze-dried stuff, it's not bad black. Yeah. Thing about this is that most people who are really accustomed to comfort would not enjoy this at all, because I'm a little tiny chilled, right? There's a little chill on my legs. When the wind blows, it's even a little bit colder. You're cooking in the mud. There's nowhere to put your stuff. You know, your food gets cold immediately. A little bit chilled at night. The things like that are discomforts that I put myself into just to grow inwardly. If we never put ourselves in a situation where we actually deal with something uncomfortable, where we put ourselves in an inconvenient location like this. I mean, it's not convenient, especially with a horse trailer. You know, you're a couple hours from anywhere. If you never do that, you never grow that side of you that actually will become someone who's stronger and tougher in all situations on the inside. It's always sad and a little bit odd how fast a camp like this can go from feeling kind of homey to absolutely nothing. All right, we just have to walk down here and saddle up Calabar. There, he's all ready to go. Let's go find some water for him, which means driving down the road for an hour. There isn't a whole lot of water in this country, so, you know, I was assuming that I was going to go up there and go all the way into those lakes yesterday, and then I would have had water. But so I haven't seen any yet. I know there's a lake right down here, so I just don't know if I can get the horse trailer to it. So I'll just jump on the horse a minute and ride down there and see if I can find a place to get him to drink. I'm not sure. I just can't remember if that's surrounded by a fence or not. Well, what are you doing, huh? What are you doing? You ready to go see if we can get some water for you? Yeah. All right, let's go down here and see if we can find a place to get a drink for him. Well, I see a gate. If I can get through that gate, then I can get to the water. Yes, it does. Oh, you dirty rotten sucker. You're not gonna drink now? No, no. So this is the way that it goes. Absolutely the way it goes. He's gonna sit here and screw around because he's gonna sit here and screw around even though he was looking for water this morning, and now he's not gonna drink. Oh, quit it. See, they don't realize that you only have a chance right now. They think, you know, they think you have a chance all the time. So when they're like thirsty, and then they'll quit, and then they'll be thirsty again. But okay, fine, I won't water you. That's a bad trick to play on you. I'll act all thirsty, change all your plans because there's no water, and then don't even drink. Man, I'll tell you what, it is beautiful right now. Look at that. Wish you could feel that nice warm sun on my back. It's amazing. I just got a message from my wife on the Garmin that my dad is really sick. He was sick, been sick for about a week, but he's not getting better. So my mom's taking him to the ER, which means I probably have to go back down, and because I got to feed horses and cows and everything if he's not going to be there. So we're going to try to ride up on top of a hill, mountain on the way back home. We're going to stop and try to ride up there and see if we can find an elk or a deer or something. But then I'm gonna have to go home and feed hay. Just one of those family things. Gotta do what you gotta do. Oop. Nothing has worked out on this trip, but I guess that's about normal. But it's probably a good thing that I wasn't all the way back at that lake when this happened, because I wouldn't have been able to get back out in time to help at all today. So I would just be getting there now. So this is why I initially wasn't worried about it until I saw him looking like he was looking for water, which obviously he wasn't. Because typically horses won't drink anything for the first day in the mountains. They just flat, even if you feed them dry hay, they just don't drink water. But I usually worry about them because they're not drinking enough water. So Okay, this is the first time I have ever put a rifle on him. Make sure it's not loaded. Last thing we want to do is go off while we're doing this, right? Or we're riding somewhere. So what this does is hold your rifle on here, which is a total pain in the butt, but it's the only way to do it, because now this leg has no, you can't kick with that leg, you can't dig in with that, you can't do anything with that leg. It's just there. All right, we'll see how this works, because we're gonna go kind of straight up that thing, so. Come on. Let's go this way. Go up there. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Ooh. No. Come on. If you half-ass it, you'll fall down. That's the thing about hills. Okay, I think I'm gonna get off for this one. Right there is where you want to go up, and we kind of missed it, so. I'm gonna get up past this really dangerous spot where if he falls down, we're gonna go tumbling down the freaking cliff, and then I'll probably get back on him. It's a little better right here. You can probably ride up a ways. He was trying to stop. I didn't want him to stop and lose his balance and fall over backwards with me, so while I get on. Okay. All right, buddy. Go up this way. Yeah. Right up that way. All this way. I'm gonna get right up here. And you kind of gotta give them frequent rest. So we'll get right up here to this thing here. Give them a rest right here. There we go. There we go. Now we can kind of climb back and forth across here to the top. There. This probably looks like flat ground in this lens, but that is straight down. I'm a long ways up here now. We're getting there. We're getting there, buddy. And it's all downhill after that, which actually isn't that much better, so. It's easier to steer plow reining because you can kind of guide him a little better. He's breathing hard now. His legs are a little shaky too. Horses are absolutely amazing creatures. I mean, I'm 200 pounds. The saddle weighs 40, so that's 240 plus a rifle, which is, I don't know, 7 or so, maybe more. So he's carrying 250 straight up this hill. That's why I need a big horse like Calabar. He don't look very big when I'm riding him, but he is big. But they last a lot longer if you go back and forth instead of straight up. It's hard for them to climb straight up the hill, but angling back and forth isn't really that hard on them. So you see ridge tops, once you get to the top of a ridge, they flatten out. They tend to flatten out like this. See? So this in front of us goes up steep, and then it kind of levels off and kind of goes up slowly from there. So you got these big shallow bowls. That's where animals love to hang out, is right in these bowls right here. Kind of becoming a problem around here is there's so many mountain lions that they kill a lot of deer. All right, last push for this little tiny bed here. Just a little 20 yards or 35 yards and we'll have the top here. Come on, buddy, come on. You can do it. You can do it. You got her. A little bit more. There you go. There you go. Good boy, good boy. Get up here where it's a little bit less steep. There you go. You got to be very careful tying your horses to trees up here in a burn, because some of them will just fall over immediately. So he's a little sweated up now. It's good for you, buddy. In Montana, you have to wear this orange vest. You have to wear a certain amount of inches, of square inches of orange. And that's so other hunters don't shoot you. Now, I don't know why they think hunters in Montana are dumber than hunters everywhere else, because most people don't require that. But it's kind of annoying. As you can tell, I'm a big fan. Now, if I'm riding a buckskin horse, like a horse that's the same color as an elk, then yeah, I probably would want a little extra. All right, let's go up here. All right, I'm gonna leave him right here. I'm just gonna go over right up to this edge here. I just saw some like 4 does and a little tiny buck mule deer run over the hill. That's a good sign that there's stuff in here that hasn't been disturbed. Here, I'm just gonna sit right here for a minute. For a few minutes. See if I can spot something. Probably not. I mean, if I spot something, it'd be extraordinary. Typically, you have to wait for him to get up out of bed. Well, I actually spotted some deer over there. There's about 5 or 6 of them. There's probably more than that in here if I saw that first group and then this group. I'll try to see if I can figure out how to get you guys to see them. Okay, well, that's all I saw was those few deer right there, so we're gonna leave this spot without disturbing it if we can. What are you doing over here, huh? I heard you snorting over here. I heard you blowing your nose. Yep, I did. I heard you blowing your nose over here. Yeah. Well, that's all black, so that'll get. One thing about hunting in a burn is you will be black all over everything you own. Come on. Oh, he's something else. Fast glassing, because I knew he was wanting this grass right here that's next to where this is, and he's gonna knock it over. He was trying. It's so nice to try to glass. Oh, look at that. That was a grouse right there. That's what I heard. I heard something over here. See, here's an elk bed right there. It's too big for a deer. They like these flatter spots. Deer will go, they'll go like right behind a tree on a hillside. Now they like spots like this too, but here's another one. So it's like one right here, one right there, one right here. Those are elk beds. All right, start our descent here. You know, Calabar doesn't have weight on it. You can go almost straight down the hill. With weight on, you gotta kind of go back and forth, or the saddle is gonna ride up and get him all sore. So still no? Even after climbing that mountain? Well, that'll teach me. That'll teach me to ever think you need a drink. Yeah. Calabar's been by himself for a couple days. He's thinking he's really abused. He's like, hey, there's some horses. Hey. We got to put him back and move some horses around and then feed the cows and the horses. What do you think there, buddy? What do you think? Is there horses here? Are there horses there for you to play with? He doesn't even like the other horses. He picks on them all. He's trying to itch his back. He's like, get it off. There you go. If you can learn something from this trip, it's that when some kind of inconvenience happens and things aren't going as planned, sometimes it's a blessing in disguise. I mean, it's not a blessing that my dad is sick, but it's a good thing that I was not back in the mountains, because I wouldn't have been able to help. So sometimes it works out. Can't let go of the gate, buddy. What are you doing? What are you doing? Sucker? Whoa, whoa. There you go. You want some treats? Huh? There you go. First, he's going to check and make sure the gate's closed, because he wants to see if he can get out. Now he's going to go out there and totally bypass the water and head directly for the hay. So, yeah. So it's that thing. It's like, I know he doesn't drink water for the first 24 hours of any time I go to the mountains. But because I didn't have water there that he could turn down, I was worried that he was thirsty and looking for water. Apparently, totally wrong. Neutral. Unsure what that button actually is for, but you have to do it. So, all right, sorry, bud, you gotta move over. There you go. You guys go out. Go ahead, bud. There you go. Head on out there. Cow and a bull. It's a milk cow. It's a milk cow. Yeah. It's a milk cow and a bull. Right? Doesn't he look mean? Yeah, there you go. I kind of got a little on her head, but she'll figure it out. High gear, high gear. This is the tricky part, is trying to get through the gate while the horses are in here. Stay back. Take the brake off, put it in gear, go through the gate, jump out and close it right away. Now they can eat on it without killing each other. Now it's the cow's turn. Just gotta throw a bale out here for these guys. And I can leave the gate completely open with them. Cows are totally different. If you can leave the gate open while you, as long as you got the hay, they're like, well, heck no, I'm not leaving. Horses, as soon as they see a gate open, they're gone.